Welcome to the Tabletop Tactics League, where each of our players field competitive lists in a series of qualifying games before a brutal, bloody knockout match for the championship belt. My name's Lawrence, and today I will be your host, hosting Mike versus Katie with the Thousand Sons and the Aeldari in a brutal clash. Who will be victorious? Let's find out and meet the players.
So, game one. How exciting. We have, of course, the Thousand Sons. I won't go into too much detail because I did a whole big list analysis on it, which, if you were paying attention, you'll notice was 27 minutes and 27 seconds long, which is 2 lots of 9, because I'm Tzeentch. So, we have Cultural Duplicity, we have Elite as my compulsory detachment, but I've still got loads of slots for everything else that I require. So we have I'm not going to go through the psychic powers because I did it all in detail, or the relics, or the warlord traits, or anything like that. I'm just going through the units, and then my secondaries and some ideas that I have in mind. So we have the Demon Prince, the Prince of Demons, we have wings and a Hell-forged sword. We then have Ahriman on a disc, because he's just too good not to use, really. We have an Infernal Master, and we have a normal Sorcerer on foot. In my troop section, we do have 5 units of rubrics. We've got 4 units with an Icon of Flame, a Soul Reaper Cannon, and then obviously my boy. Just a quick note on that, so a few people pointed out, and again, I missed this, I could take plasma pistols for free on the Exalted Sorcerers. I absolutely would do, but I can't change the list until I lose a game, so I'm never going to be able to take plasma pistols on my Aspiring Sorcerers, so that's kind of tough, really, isn't it? We then have a big 10-man unit of rubrics with Flamers and an Icon of Flame as well, and we do have a Warp Flame pistol on this guy here, and the Ardent Automata upgrade. Again, something else that was pointed out to me, thank you for you bosses in the comments for doing so, because I missed this. I didn't realize that the FAQ had been updated, and they have now removed the line in the FAQ which says that you can use the Risen Rubrici after Master Misinformator. So I do have to make that decision before I redeploy them. So I've kind of got to bank on getting the first turn on it. Would that change whether I include this unit? Probably not. But it just means I have to think a little bit more carefully about whether I want to yeet them pre-game and then spend my CP defensively or, offensively. Over in my elites, which makes up the compulsory section, we have 3 Hellbrutes with multi-melters and a heavy flamer in their fist. And then we have a big brick of 10 Scarab Occult Terminators, 2 Soul Reaper Cannons, 2 Hellfire Missiles. We have Protege, so we've got an extra power in there on my Sorcerer. We've got the whole shebang coming out the wazoo. Again, just a little note, someone pointed out that you can put the Soul Reaper Cannon and the Hellfire Missile on the same model. We don't have them modeled like that, so that's not what I've done. But if I lose, which I won't, then I will snap the arms off and re-glue them so that I can do that, because that is a more efficient use of models, because then you don't lose your heavy weapons until you've got like 2 models left rather than 4 models left. So thank you for that tip. Again, something that I didn't notice. This is why the Warhammer community is great, because they tell you knowledge and learning is fun. So that is the list. It's 1997. I start with 2 CP, maybe 0, depending on if I use Risen Rubricae, and I have loads of Cabal points. Secondary-wise, now, I've taken Mutate Landscape because this is a 6 objective mission, so that seems like a good bet to me. We've also taken Behind Enemy Lines because I've got a lot of troops with a small footprint, so with all my teleportation shenanigans, I should be able to rack that up relatively easily. And also because they're troops, I'll get a CP if I do so. So that could, in theory, save me some Cabal dice for doing things like Echoes from the Warp or Whispers from the Warp, the one which gives me a CP with my Cabal dice. So I can use them on other stuff. Now, I won't get that CP until the end of the battle round. You don't gain it instantly or at the end of your turn. So I might need to use the Echoes to get that CP a bit earlier, but I've got options, and options are good. My third one was less easy to choose because options are good and I don't have many very good ones, yes. So it's a 6 objective mission. Raise the Banners High is calling to me. However, that means that I've got units which then aren't shooting or casting, and I really need them to be doing that. So that is a really tough one to choose. The other option I have is Sorcerous Prowess, which is what I'm going for. So I need to kill units in the psychic phase. I get 2 victory points for doing that, or 5 victory points if I kill one of the psychers that is in this army, so because they're both psychic characters. That may or may not be the best choice, and Raise the Banners is probably the best one, especially because I've got a lot of OBSEC in comparison to Jinx's army, which we'll get onto shortly. So let me know in the comments below if that was a mistake, but please let me know before you watch the game, because you get to know the outcome of the game and then come back and tell me before I do. I'll know by then, and I do know now whether it was the right decision because I am Tzeentch. But please, utilize your tactical knowledge to enlighten me, but don't tell me I'm wrong without giving me evidence, because evidence is important. Let's have a look at what I'm up against in this very first match of La Liga.
We are finally here. Season 2 of the League has arrived, and I am very excited and also terrified because it's League, and League is big and scary. Now, before we go into the list, I just want to address something, because I have been away on a very lovely skiing holiday for the past 2.5 weeks, and as a result, I developed a pretty bad tan line around where my goggles are. I don't know if you can see it right now because I can't see what you're seeing. I try to cover it up with makeup as best as I can, but my thinking is that's probably going to fade as the day goes on and you're going to get more of a line in my face. So if it's multi-toned, and that's why. I hope it's not too distracting to you. It has been distracting at work because everyone's been laughing at me since I came back because I look like a panda.
You're an inverse raccoon.
I'm an inverse raccoon, as Chef does say. But that's that. We'll now move on from it. We'll never speak of it again, and we'll go into the list. So for this league, I am running an all-the-way Wraith heavy list. If you want to know a little bit more of a deep dive on what the list entails, I have done a full list analysis video on it where I go into all the gritty details. That is available now on YouTube, so do check that out if you want to know more. I will just be doing a little run through for you today though. So in my HQs, I do have 2 Farseer Skyrunners. If you want to know everything that they've got, go check out the previous video. In my troops, I've got a squad of 10 Guardian Defenders. In my elites, which is my compulsory slot, so I've got most of my chunky stuff in here, I've got 2 units of Wraith Blades, 2 units of 5 with the Ghost Axes and the Force Shields, and I have got 2 units of Wraith Guard. That's the name of them. And they have got the Wraith Cannons on them, so again, that's 2 units of 5. So 20 Wraiths in total, which is a good amount of Wraiths if you ask me. Then moving into my fast attack, I've got 6 Shiny Spears. They've got some buffs on them. Once again, go check out the other video if you want to know more about that. Moving into my dedicated transport, which is, I mean, it's Aeldari and I've got stuff on foot, so I've got 3 Wave Serpents. It's pretty much expected at this point. The list is 2,000 points exactly, and I start with 3 command points, maybe 2 depending on what I decide to do with some of my units. Now for my secondaries, this was not an easy pick because the Thousand Suns is quite possibly my hardest matchup to pick secondaries. I can't really take the psychic ones because it's so easy for him to deny them, so it kind of shuts that whole thing off for me, and also because of the mission, there is an action-based portion of it, so actions also don't really work. Actions don't really work for my army anyway because all of my units are really important and I can't waste them doing actions. So I got a bit stuck. So I started with no prisoners because he's got a lot of multi-wounded bodies, so if I can start chewing through them, which I need to do to try and get him off objectives so he doesn't score points, that's what I need to be doing anyway, so I may as well double up and get points for it. I've also taken, what else did I take? Engage on all fronts, because I've got a lot of zippy units and the deployment zones really helps with it, so I can actually get out into the different quarters of the map really easily. It's been a while since I played 40k, I'm trying to remember how everything works right now. It's been about a month at this stage. And finally, this was the hardest one to pick because so much has kind of been closed off to me already. I have gone with Assassinate. It's going to be hard to get, but I'm thinking if I need to clear the troops anyway and clear all the bodies anyway that are going to be used for screening, that's going to allow me to get into the characters in the later game, and I'm just going to try and hit hard, hit fast, and murder everything as fast as possible so I can win the game. That's the plan anyway, so why don't we check out the deployment?
Today's mission is Data Scry Salvage. The primary objective is data intercept. The mission rules and further information can be found in the Arks of Omen GT mission pack. The Tabletop Tactics League consists of 15 qualifying matches with a further 5 knockout games to determine the placings and who will be this season's champion. Time to hand over to the players and let battle commence.
Yeah.
What a pair. What a pair.
Look at you, flexing already.
So if you want to know how I got to this point, you might be wondering, I'm wondering how I got here as El Champion. Go and check out season 1 of the league. We have all of it available on demand, and there are some videos as well here on YouTube, but feel free to check it out and enjoy the competitive mindset as we put our brains to the test.
Put our thinking caps on.
Nice, excellent segue
So
there.
smart, it's because we're thinking caps on.
Very good. Yeah. But of course we have an all new league, all new armies, which you would have now caught up on with our list analyses, and you have seen our mission and our deployment. Now, a little bit of pre-game admin.
Yes, there's a little bit of things.
I have put a unit of rubrics into strategic reserve. I don't know whether that's a prudently good move, but I was running out of room to kind of hide as much stuff as I possibly could, and it gives me some utility later. And I did spend 2 CP on Risen Rubrici for my Flamer unit, just to put some early pressure on. I can pull them back with Master Misinformator if I need to.
Yes. I have put a unit of Wraith Guard up in...
Spice!
Webway Strike!
Webway Spice!
Webway Spice sounds like a horrible thing you'd want.
Spice!
You would not want to put that on your dish.
Webway Strike, yes.
Because I don't want to put them on the ground, they're very slow.
I understand. So all that is left to do now is roll for the first
Well,
10.
as champion, please,
Oh,
after
thank
you.
you. It's a fantastic start.
Oh, it's a 1.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like I'm going to take that first turn.
Very well.
And also take that belt from you.
You
Disser.
can do a redeploy, as can I. So we'll check to see what the order of operations is, and then we'll be back once we've done redeploys for your command phase.
So I did get turn 1.
Yes.
Yes, quite obviously. We already know this has been established.
Sad phase.
I chose not to redeploy. You chose to redeploy.
Well, I only got a 1 for my Master Misinformator. I ummed and ahed about removing the Warp Flamer rubrics. I've pulled them back. Reason being is because you can just shoot them with all your laser lances and Wraith cannons and bright lances and just not charge them.
Take them away.
So the threat of the charge for the Overwatch is just null and void.
Yeah.
It would absorb some firepower, but this way I can just keep them completely safe. So we won't be doing that. So.
No, thank you. I've done my fate dice already. For what it's worth, for the remainder of the game, I have my Warlord I can roll an extra 1, keep an extra 1, and because I've got 2 Farseers currently on the table, I can re-roll 2 of those dice. So that's what's happening. I have 5, not 6. I have a save, 2 hits and 2 wounds.
It's very
for
nice.
The battle round, so hopefully they come in handy for me.
Well, I'm sure they will.
I'm absolutely certain. First move of the league, let's go! This Wave Serpent is just going to tuck up around here. I can just about be in the dents and wholly within 6 inches of this, or wholly 6 inches away from the next table quarter, and on the objective, so I'm getting engaged, I'm on the objective, and I have a line of sight to targets. And the other Wave Serpent is going to do something very similar over on this side, getting me the objective and engage, and also terraforming as I go. The Shining Spears are just going to move up to the building, lying in wait for future turns. And the 2 Shining Spears are just going to come up into this little gap here.
Farseers.
Yes, Farseers. Well done, thank you. And finally, this Wave Serpent is just going to shuffle forward a tiny bit so I can see the Hellbrute. Well, the Psychic phase We started with my non-Warlord Farseer, who has Fortune and Will of the Azeran. Both of those managed to go off onto the Shining Spears, so now they're a little bit harder to kill, hopefully.
I wasn't in range.
Yeah, you weren't in range to deny, so, and there's nothing else I'm really in range to do, because Doom and Guide is on core only, and I'm not going to be using that at all this time.
It makes sense.
So, don't want to risk... Oh wait, Farseers don't take perils?
I think they're immune to perils.
Immune to perils. Anyway, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to go straight into the shooting phase and my Wave Serpent down here is going to shoot at your Hellbrute.
My lucky Hellbrute.
I only have my Twin Bright Lance in range. I'm debating using my auto hits and auto wounds here, but I will wait.
Okay.
I'm going to wait. To hit.
You do drop one.
I do drop one.
You can re-roll a wound with
I can
all
re-roll
three.
a wound. Yes. 3 to wound you.
Oh, it's marked for
This
death.
is 6.
Well, fortunately for you, unfortunately for you, unfortunately for me, I have a 5-up invulnerable save.
Oh, why are you like this shit?
Well, I have rolled 3 ones in a row, so it would be nice for me to roll more than that.
Can you not? We'll shoot everything from the next Wave Serpent at it then.
Why
if you're
not?
going to be like that.
I mean, hopefully I am, yes.
Well, I will start with the cannon this time, so...
Shuriken. Well, you are in
threes.
range this time, so that
I'm
does
in
help.
range, Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean.
Uno Wundo.
Uno Wundo.
5-up
the bear.
Are you going to use a reroll now?
Yes, because I'm going to use my auto wounds.
I understand. Okay. 1 wound. It'll be a 5-up inmo because it's super. Nope, that is 1 damage because I am a dreadnought.
Yes. And then I'm going to...
Auto hit, auto wound?
Yes.
I understand.
And yes.
I understand. Double 5 and 6.
Don't do it.
No, they both go through, so that will be minimum of... I'm probably
Minimum
dead.
of 6.
I am dead
Yes.
because that is...
So
wait, 1, 2 plus 2 because I'm a dread, so 1, 2, 3, 4,
3, 4,
5.
5, 6, 7. It would be 4 exact. Hang on.
No, that is 8 damage there. Yes, I'm dead. Do I explode?
Yes.
No, I don't.
No.
No.
It is damage.
Because -1 damage and D3
It's
damage and +3 damage
confusing.
isn't stupid at all. Blooming game.
Final Wave Serpent, and I am going to do a little bit of split here because the Trinity Blight Lance, I have 3 of them now.
Oh my goodness.
is going to go into the Hellbrute,
Yep.
and the Shuriken Cannon is going to go into your Rubric. I'm going to start with the Twin Bright Lance.
Makes
in case
sense.
I need to use the reroll to wound.
You're ignoring the -1 penalty
I
for the hit
am because
of
my
your
Crystal
targeting.
Titan Matrix, I do not need the reroll.
Hup. Okay, go on then.
Can I kill another
I
one?
won't die because of my minus... Oh no, I am dead because that's 5 damage each. So I'm dead. Do I explode?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Well, that's
And
2
then
Hellbrutes
the cannon into the rubrics. So that is 2 hits there.
You can re-roll that with your
Roll the
off way.
wound. Okay. That is 2 wounds, I assume.
So 1 4-up, 1 5-up. So 4-up, 1's dead, 5-up, another 1's dead.
Okay,
very good.
successful. That does bring my turn to a close. It is worth mentioning, I forgot at the end of the movement phase to say I was doing data intercept with my Guardians. So I will be getting 2 points on that because of my 2 Wave Serpents on the objectives. And I will be getting 2 points on engage on all fronts because of those same Wave Serpents.
Okay.
Nothing yet on Assassinate because character
Brick.
And nothing yet on No Prisoners because I've only got 4 points worth for that.
Yes, would have been nice to have had at least 1 more Hellbrute left alive.
No
but that's
Hellbrutes
fine.
for you. I'm here to ruin your fun.
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah.
Can I retort?
Maybe.
Praise be. Command phase! My Infernal Master attempted to do Malefic Maelstrom on the Scarab Occult Terminators, didn't go off, and he will be keeping the Umbralefic Crystal in his back pocket for now. No auto-teleport just yet.
Good. Keep that away from me, please.
Shall I put that thing back where it came from?
Also help me.
Okay. And then the Demon Prince, the Prince of Demons, because of the way that the rules work, I can see your Wave Serpent.
Yeah.
So he will activate Egleigen's Orrery, so every core unit within 6 ignores hit modifiers, wound modifiers, weapon skill modifiers, ballistic skill modifiers, and damage reduction, which is very nice against Eldar Wave Serpents. Nothing else to do in the command phase, so let's get to the movement. First bit of movement, the Rubric Marines on this flank moving up to the building and stepping inside. The last of my 3 lucky Hellbrutes, not so lucky it would seem, moving around the corner. The Scarab Occult Terminators moving up into the building and onto the fray. Ahriman! The Infernal Master, just moving up to here. We're also going to move the Sorcerer alongside. This unit of rubrics just moving up alongside here. Prince Philip, just moving up alongside to here. The unit inside this terrain at the bottom, just the bolter unit, just moving through the wall here. So we can fan out to protect our flanks a little bit, is the plan. Final bit of movement, the Warp Flamer unit is just going to fan out in anti-deep strike position. Because no webway strike for you, please. Right, my psychic phase. You come at me, I come at you halfway through. I've started doing some psychic powers to save you some time because there's shrugs and there's a lot of dice rolling, there's no denies. We'll work our way along. We attempted to cast Tzeentch's Firestorm. We failed by 1, so I did spend 5 Cabal points to get an extra +1, and we did 1 mortal wound.
You hurt my Wave Serpent.
I hurt your Wave Serpent.
I don't like it.
Yeah. We then came down to Prince Philip. He attempted to cast Glamour of Tzeentch upon my Terminators, succeeded, and then cast a Smite. He got Super Smite, which was very nice indeed. Did 3 mortal wounds, no shrugs there. We then did a Smite from my Sorcerer down here, my normal Sorcerer. I did 3 mortal wounds, and then you rolled a tricksy 6.
Yes.
It's very nice
because
indeed.
I'm tricksy.
Yes, nice. Very good. He did also, because he is a loyal thrall, cast the Warp Ritual, or Mutate Landscape rather, on this objective, so I did get 3 points there. I succeeded.
It's so mutated and gross.
No problem at all.
Hate it.
You join us now with the Terminators, who have also just cast a Super Smite. And I spent 4 Cabal dice to do an additional D3 here. So the D6, the D3, well, I'm glad we came back in for this, for 3 mortal wounds, everyone.
Another 666?
No,
but I did
2 more wounds.
the 1, yeah. So
All right,
I'm now
fine.
down to 7 on the Wave Serpent.
Okay, well, whilst we're down here, we're going to do a smite with the Infernal Master in the middle here. So this will now be my 4th smite, so I need to add multiple to the dice roll. With a +1, not quite a super smite, but it does go off. Why am I rolling 2d6? That would be cheating.
Don't cheat.
It's the big 3.
Tripsy 6y, no.
No more, so another 3 damage.
4 wounds.
4 wounds remaining. Okay, I don't believe I have any way of killing you in the psychic phase to get 2 victory points outside of Ahriman powering up, but we'll come back to him, because now I have some teleportation shenanigans.
Oh, I don't like it.
I've spent 7 Cabal dice to auto-cast Sorcerous Duplicity, Sorcerous Facade, and through the warp they emerge. So this is wholly within your deployment zone, so that is 3 points for behind enemy lines. And also guns to bear on cheeky Guardians.
No, thank you.
Yep. Now that we've arrived, I'm going to cast Doombolt.
Like me there.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Doombolt. That was the best place that I could put them. I was trying to see if I could get to some characters, because then I could try and cast a Doombolt, and then maybe some other powers.
It's almost like I foresaw your future, because I'm magic and psychic, you see.
Psychic foreseeing.
Yep. Scryed and stuff.
But I am going to cast a Doombolt, and this will go on to your Wraith Guard carrying
Yes.
Wave 7, because they are the closest. It is cast on an 11 because of my +1.
Could you imagine if I did deny that?
That would be
That
very
so
impressive. That is flat 3 mortal wounds.
Can I shrug any?
No. Okay.
There's a lot of triple numbers happening.
Chipping away at you. Chipping away.
Honestly, I don't like chips.
So I cast Pyric Flux with my unit down here. In hindsight, I didn't need to. This was my thinking. Because if a unit of Wraith Guard appear, I do have the ability to shoot them on arrival if I want to, if they do arrive very close to me. So I thought that would be useful so that I'm winning them on 4s. And then I realised that the toughness 6, and by that point it was too late because I perils. And I did cast it on a double 6.
Yeah.
I killed a rubric and a half.
Good.
Idiot.
Falling into my trap.
Of letting
You
me blow myself
activated
up.
my trap card.
I mean, you want to talk about trap cards? Look at this nonsense. So that's
need to get you a
that.
dual
Never
disc.
mind. Ahriman successfully cast Presage and Weaver of Fates upon my Terminators, so they are super buffing. And now we're going to cast a Smite. A Smite. Now it does fail to go off, but Ahriman can re-roll because he is Ahriman.
Is he an arrow boy or an arrow man?
Ahriman! With a plus, no, it doesn't go off. That's
An arrow
fine.
boy, I think we'll find.
I was casting it on like a 9, but that's fine. So that is the end of my psychic phase. No victory points out for Sorcerous Prowess, but I did get the free for the mutate landscape, and I've set up for some behind enemy lines. We will begin the shooting phase with a bit of pitter-patter, say that 5 times fast, from my unit of Rubiks over here into your 4-wound Wave Serpent. We will kick off with some bolt guns.
Understand.
No rerolls or anything like that over here, but I do have 3 hits.
Look at you go.
Because I do have the pistol in range, but not everything else, so fine. No wounds.
Okay.
Tricksy Toozy. The Soul Reaper Cannon. Damn it.
I cannot stand it.
Nice. 1 wound at -3.
1 wound
so
at -3.
1 damage.
Okay, I'm down to 3.
Right. The Hellbrute. Fired the heavy flame and did a wound.
Yeah, look at you go.
Go me.
Great success.
A multi-melter, however. This is all into the Wave Serpent, obviously.
Yeah, trying to murder it.
Obviously, the reason why you haven't done lightning fast is because of Egleigen's
You ignore hit roll modifiers.
Exactly. I mean, you can do it if you want to.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
I understand. We can reroll ones because of Philip or Ahriman. I picked you both times. Force a wound because it ignores wound modifiers, but not things like transhuman, Wave Serpent Shield, stuff like that. But it doesn't matter because I wound you once. It will be AP4. You cannot save it. It's not allowed.
Yes, I can.
No.
I'm using my autosave.
Fine. So frustratingly, this unit that I wanted to use to try and kill some Guardians, I've had to shoot at the Wave Serpent because I want to use my Scarab Occult Terminators to shoot at the Wraith Blades inside. If I can help it. All the bolt rounds bounced off. The Soul Reaper Cannon, however, hits you 4 times.
Oh, wow, that's a good roll.
Good thing too, because I am firing through trees. It wounds you 3 times.
3 times.
-3, so this is 5 up invulnerables. Oh, I do get him.
What's the damage?
Just the 1.
Even with the reroll, I can't. Do I explode?
Yay! It doesn't mean anything.
Yay! But kaboom, explosion, graphics,
Huzzah.
please, editor.
Praise
Please. I have 5 Wraith Blade inside. I've got room to
You
get
have 3 Wraith Blades inside because 2 of them will die.
They can all fit, and so I don't have to worry about getting them out before rolling.
1 die. I was halfway there. I'll take it.
Living on a prayer. So I've managed to disembark them wholly within the dents.
You're dense.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a quick retort there.
That's a good one. Just insult me, why don't you?
Yeah, I will do. Okay, so I've got all of this is the Scarab Occult set. So I got lucky there, guys. I did get lucky there. I will acknowledge that. Praise be unto Tzeentch. Everything from the Scarab Occults into the Wraith Blades. We will start with the Inferno Bolters. So I'm hitting on 3s because I did get Presage off. Egleigen's Orrery is only on the unit that I choose, not on everything, because that would be an amazingly powerful ability.
Could you imagine?
That sounds like a guard banner. 3s! Rerolling 1s.
Let me help you take the
Quite
teeth
a
out.
lot of 1s in there, so good thing Ahriman is a boss.
There you go.
Or Prince Philip.
Back.
Your choice.
Both of them.
Yeah, why not both? Okay, I did drop a couple, but that's fine.
They could be co-bosses.
I've not done Wrath of the Wronged here, which would give me +1 to wound, because I really want to save my CP for something a bit later.
Okay.
Now, I will get a bonus one at the end of this because of behind enemy lines, so I will have a good number in the next turn, but I like CP. Okay, only would have made 3 bits of difference there. That's a pretty decent roll. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 4 up invulnerable saves on your Wraith Blade.
11. Got it. So damage is 1.
Just the 1.
They've got, how many wounds? 3 wounds.
I think they're 3 wounds, yeah.
1 dies exactly.
That's good saving. All right. We will go straight on to the Soul Reaper Cannon.
Okay, let me just remove my dice for you. There you go.
3s to hit, rerolling 1s. Drop the 1, very good. 4s to wound here because they are strength 6 on the Soul Reaper Cannon.
It's a little bit stronger.
That
2,
is
3, 4, 5. Please stop.
Anytime today. Okay, so 6 4 up invulnerable saves. 1 damage again.
1 damage again.
Okay, so 1 1/3.
Yes.
Cool. And then the Hellfire Missile racks. I do drop 1, reroll the 1. I do hit you 3 times. Freeze to wound here because the strength 8. It is 3 wounds at -2, so 4 up in buns. D3 damage.
D3 damage,
so -1, of course. So I need a 5 or a 6 to kill that last one, which we get.
Okay, so
I've killed 2 free.
3.
All right.
So I do have 1 remaining, so
Go
yeah.
you. Cool. That went reasonably well.
Could've
We're now
been
going
better,
to.
but,
I mean,
you
it
know.
could have been better. I could have killed them.
Yeah.
That would have been
You
great.
didn't.
I didn't. But it's okay.
I'm counting it as victory for me.
Well done, you. I'm going to make a 9-inch charge now from my teleporting rubrics into your wave serpent, which I
In
doom
a very
bolted.
assertive manner, I like it.
I told you. It's actually an 11-inch charge, so I lied
Hey.
to everyone. Right, we've made it in. I'm not able to steal that objective because you do have 4 models, and at least one of those is OBSEC in range. I am OBSEC, but that's not how it works.
No.
So it's OBSEC, they cancel each other out, and then number of models. It's a commonly misplayed rule.
I do know that.
I tried to punch your hull, didn't do anything, so now I'm going to bonk it with a force staff.
Yeah, sure, that sounds about
I
right.
hit you once.
Wow.
I wound you.
You
once
do
at
wound me?
-1.
4 up.
D3 damage.
Take
Bosh!
that!
Right, I've
Okay.
done 6 damage to it with a unit of rubrics.
It's
Go on,
quite
my lads.
impressive.
You did nothing in return.
From a tank.
Yeah.
She kind of sat there going, whoop, 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 whoop.
You did hit once. That's nice. So at the end of that, I have scored 3 points for behind enemy lines because they are troops. As mentioned, I get an extra CP, which is very nice indeed. I did do the mutate landscape. I've not denied you any primary points, which is quite upsetting. I wasn't expecting to, but I have. Well, I say I haven't. I have because I've denied you holding 3, but I have not. I'm not holding 2 myself. I'm only holding 1. So. Fine. I wasn't expecting to do much in this early stage. A deny would have been nice, but I will take what I can get. So that's the end of my turn. It's your turn 2. Coming right up.
I would play my turn 1 again and then get the extra points and then we can go straight into your turn 3. We are now in battle round 2, and as previously mentioned, I have got 8 points on the primary for holding 2 and holding more. For my fate dice, not quite as lucky this time. I didn't get any saves, which I'm very upset about, even after using 2 rerolls. In case you wanted to know, I rerolled 2 advance rolls into 2 advance rolls.
Get rid of those ones now.
I do have 2 charges, a psychic test, a hit and a wound, which is kind of the best of the rest. And when I say the best of the rest, I mean that's literally the rest that I had.
Yes, you didn't have a choice.
I really didn't. So that is my command phase done. We're going to go into the movement right now. In the movement phase, the first thing I'm going to do is just move my Wraith Blade up so he's not just sitting there, because no matter what I do, he's going to die, so I may as well use him for points. Wave Serpent is going to pop out onto this objective. I am going to advance the Shining Spears over here. I'm going to try and essentially hide them the best I can in the building, or staying on that objective and using them for screening. Because I can't charge anything this turn, it's quite difficult for me to move forward and keep them hidden. I'm just going to try and use them in other ways until I have some better targets. The Wraith Guard have advanced out of the Wave Serpent. I did get a 5, so they're able to get up and into this building so that they can shoot, and that one brought his friend along with him at the Terminators. My Farseer is just going to move forward to get in range to be able to doom the Terminators, and my Warlord is just going to probably come up and do something similar. Chef has stupid teleport shenanigans, so my Guardians are going to fan out and kill each other apparently a little bit more, because I hate teleporting. It stresses me out and I do not like it. I am spending a command point on Feigned Retreat. I've rolled to see if I can get that back from my Farseer, and I did not, and he's just popping around quite nicely to here. We are now moving on into the Psychic phase. I did debate bringing in my 5 Wraith Guard that were in Deep Strike. I was planning on bringing them down here, potentially coming onto the objective to steal it, and also shooting and killing this unit. I can't actually get close enough to get onto this objective because you've just screamed me out of it, and I'd be bringing them down, killing a unit of rubrics, which admittedly I do have no prisoners, but you'd just be killing them in return with all of your firepower. So I'll wait until next turn when hopefully there's a bit less of your stuff on the board.
Also, potentially I could have done inescapable forewarning on them with my Terminators, because you wouldn't be able to get them fully out of line of sight.
I could get them all down here.
Oh, okay.
Because if I can't get onto the objective, I may as well hide them down here.
But is it worth it?
Is it worth it to put them down here for you to just move something around and just kill them? Probably not. Okay. So,
Biding the tongue.
yes, we'll go into the psychic phase.
Some big ones here.
It should be worth mentioning I have used 1 command point on Unparalleled Mastery onto my non-Warlord Farseer. I did roll to see if I got that back with my Warlord trait, and I did not. So
Didn't foresee that one coming, did you?
Nice one. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. So that is the Farseer that has Doom and Guide, which is why I've used it on her. We're going to start off with her casting Doom. I don't need to declare the target until after I've rolled it.
So
I am using a 6 from my
pool.
pool.
It's your first power that they're casting.
So they
for
get
her.
a +1 because
Right.
it's way. I roll a
That's a
3,
10
which
total.
makes it a 10 perfectly, which means that she's just in range of those Terminators.
Yes. Now the Terminators are in range, but the Sorcerer themselves is not. And the only Sorcerer that I do have in our range will be this one down here. And I'm on a 10. You can have it.
I can have it? Okay, brilliant. I will put that fate dice away because I can't use it. I'll then attempt a guide.
Okay.
That also goes off on a
Congratulations.
10. I don't need a 10 for that one because it's going on to my Wraithguard in the middle.
Okay.
Then I'm going to cast a Smite.
I understand.
A 9.
Or do I save it? Nope, you can have that.
I can have it? Okay. Can I kill some rubrics?
No, you
1
cannot.
damage. Fine. We'll come on to the next Farseer now. She will attempt a Smite.
Okay. Bum.
Okay.
It's a super smite and you don't care about perils.
Well, I'll probably roll a 1 here, so.
Please do. Okay,
It's a
so you've
3,
killed
so
2 so far.
2 killed.
There's
I've got
1 left.
1 remaining. Fine. I'm then going to cast Fortune with her, which does not go off. But that's, do you know what? Fine, because I mean, I could have cast it first, and then I would have got the +1, and it would have gone off, and then I would have got the doubles.
You technically cast your smite on a 13 then.
Yeah, I know, very clever of me. We'll move into the shooting phase now. I'm going to start with the thing that I need to happen, otherwise I'm going to have to waste all the firepower on it. To the Farseer Skyrunners then.
Why not?
We'll start with 1.
Well,
Miss you twice.
fine.
Force to wound.
No
both
rerolls there.
wounds.
Well, you can reroll it if you want to try and fish for a 6. But it's up to you.
No, because I'd rather just hit you.
I do
You've
take a
taken a
wound.
wound.
Down
Okay,
to
we'll
1.
move on to the other one now then. Try and knock off
Hits
that
all the time.
final wound. I will reroll one here.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so a
we've got-
shuriken and a normal.
We've got 3 up save because of all his dust. And then a 5 up inbound because of the... Wait. -3 with the shuriken? Help me, Servo Skull.
Yeah,
You're my only
-3.
hope. Okay,
Thank you.
so technically -2. So yes, it is 5 up regardless. Oof.
I hate you so
I know.
You are the worst. I'm going to come back to that
I understand.
when I've emotionally recovered.
I understand.
My Wraithguard into your Terminators. Doom and Guide happening, so all of the stuff and shenanigans. I'm just going to
So
take
I am
those
-1.
out.
I mean, you advanced, so
Yes.
you're -1 anyway. It's a full
For
hoose.
all of the times the mortal wounds go off on wounds.
Okay.
4s?
3s.
3s, of
2s
course.
even. It's strength 10, isn't it?
Yeah, it's strength 10.
Yeah, so it's fine. Okay.
-4, so no mortal wounds.
No mortal wounds. 4 up invulnerable save because I did manage to get off the Weaver of Fates
Okay.
or Glamour of Tzeentch, whichever
Or
one it
something.
is. I got both of them off. Weaver of Fates. 4 up invulnerable save. Goodbye. How did I drop 2 of them?
It's very impressive.
Right.
That is
I'm going to spend a CP
Okay.
to re-roll one of those. Okay, so
so
3
3
of them
dead
go through?
Terminators,
Because
yeah.
it's D3 plus 3?
it's D3 plus 3.
3 Determinators.
We'll move now on to the Wave Serpent down here, shooting everything at your Terminators because they scare me.
Yes.
I'm going to start with the Twin Bright Lance. Miss you the once. It's fine.
Oh, it's worth pointing out that you did gain a CP for my
I
save
did,
reroll.
yes. I'm going to reroll that.
Ulfware. Right.
Cannon. Hate all the times of that.
Yes, because Glamour means nothing against you.
I already rerolled my wound. That will be Shuriken though.
4 up in bum.
There you go.
2 damage.
Take 2 damage.
Okay then.
So disappointed in you. Not you, Chef, the Wave Serpent.
I'm disappointed in myself.
The second Wave Serpent now will attempt to do a little bit better.
I mean, sure.
I'm going to start with the
Shuriken
Shuriken
cannon.
Cannon this time.
Do you drop 1?
Miss you the once.
A 4 up invulnerable. Oh, loves it.
Bright Lance.
Bright Lance saves.
I'm going to use... I'm going to use a hit. No, never mind. Ignore me. Ignore me.
I will ignore you. They both hit.
Both hit.
2s to wound me.
An auto wound with one.
Sure.
I'm going to do a 6 to wound with one. I do wound with
2
the other.
wounds, right. 4 up, invulnerable saves. Yes! They've
Very
finally
nice.
paid off.
Very nice. We're in the charge phase, and as you can see, I've already, because I've got 2 6s for my advances in my pool, I've used one of them for this charge, obviously made it in. I'll do the second one on camera just so you guys can see. So I've already got a 6 for this.
It's
and
a
a
7.
1, so she's going to saunter in. I'm going to kill this thing. It's not going to be in my lines, and we're all going to have a very nice day, and that will be it.
Can we go to the beach?
Beach, beach. Let's go to the beach.
Nice.
Into the fight phase. I won't really try and kill you now. So I do still have a hit left over.
Yep.
So I'm going to use that on the first one.
Yep.
Does the other one hit?
You
Yes,
do.
of course it does. Now 2s to wound you.
2s. Okay.
Both wound.
-1, because he's a witch blade, right?
Witch blades are -1, yes.
Okay, so 4+ because of damage 2.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm alive.
The other one.
And they both hit. 2s to wound me.
Now look at fear on your faces because you know what I'll do.
Okay.
If you lose, you survive.
Do them one at a time.
Don't. I'm not looking. I hate you so much.
I hate myself
Don't.
sometimes.
I
Look, that's the
don't
dichotomy
think-
in my dice rolling. It's either that or the first time where I just went, no, no,
I don't think
no.
I could feel any more rage than I feel right now. Well, that was unlucky. I'm so thrilled. I don't know why he does this against me every single time. I feel like he just has a vendetta against me. Or his dice do, which is strange because he's using different dice this league, but maybe I'm just cursed. So that is annoying. I should have really killed it with all of the firepower that went into it. And I just needed 1 wound to go through with those Farseers hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s with a reroll wound, and he just needed to fail a single save. What that means is he is now in my lines. He can do a little bit of damage back, hopefully not too much, that would be really sad for me, and also gets him really easy behind enemy lines next turn because he just needs to get 1 more unit in there and he's getting 4 on it instead of 3. So I goofed with my dice rolling and I goofed with allowing Chef to roll dice for his saves, and that's on me.
I'm going to hit you back with my 4 staff.
He's scared of me now, look at him.
I hit you all
Look
the
at him.
times.
Okay.
I wound you twice.
You wound me twice?
-1. So
4 ups.
D3 damage. It's 2.
Well, and I've got 4 wounds remaining.
Okay.
You're going to have 0 wounds remaining.
What's my turn next?
No, 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 you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a turn.
Ups and downs, one would say.
I killed
You killed some scarabs.
2 scarabs and 2 rubrics.
You killed 3 scarabs.
3 scarabs, sorry. 3 scarabs and 2 rubrics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I did get 3 points on the data intercept because again, I forgot to mention, but obviously the Guardians are doing the action. That's why they're sitting back there, and I'm on 3 objectives. I did tick up a point for no prisoners, and I have 2 points for engage
You do.
because it's changed now. So yes, I get it. You can have a turn.
Thank you.
Please, I wish you as bad luck as I had.
Okay.
You're welcome.
My command phase, I don't get any primary points because it's a hold 2 mission. Slight correction as well.
Yeah.
The Guardians were doing the action. Can't do the action if there's enemy units in range of the objective, which I was. So not quite allowed. So that's fine. 2 things to do here. I'm not popping the Umbralefic crystal. I'm going to keep that in my back pocket again for another turn. And I'm not bringing in the, I'm just going to mention it now in case I forget, I'm not bringing in the strategic reserve unit. All I am going to do is Egleigen's Orrery from Prince Philip onto this Wave Serpent over there. And we're also going to attempt the Glimpse of Eternity from my Infernal Master who is hiding behind this wall here. No Glimpse of Eternity for me.
You can't see anything.
I know. It's like I'm surrounded by John Cena's.
Oh God.
Over here, in the movement phase, the Sorcerer just moving up to this objective, and the rest of the unit to the window. Boom, 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 boom. Hello. The unit of Scarab Occult Terminators moving further into the ruin. My Infernal Master rolled a 5 on his advance, going... No, not my Infernal Master, my Sorcerer, because he's the one who can do the action. I would have made sure that there was room if I measured properly, like, you know, an actual human being. The Infernal Master, I will get it right this time, moving up to here. Prince Philip! Badunk. Ahriman! Badunk. Only rolled a 2 on the advance with the rubrics up here, the flamers, but it is enough for the purposes of screening. This unit here, just moving up alongside this flank. The Sorcerer over here, to kick off the psychic phase, will cast Tzeentch's Firestorm. I have no other movement to do. My flame unit, I forgot to mention, is doing the data intercept action. They can still shoot.
Make it from a grudge token.
No, but they're not in range of anything anyway, so no psychic powers for them. Tzeentch's Firestorm does go off, so this will be 96, and for each 6 you take a mortal wound.
Okay.
Get into the palm of my hands. 1 mortal wound.
1 mortal wound?
1 5-up shrug. No,
okay. Mortal wound.
Very good. We will then come down to the Sorcerer in here.
Okay.
He will he will do the psychic action of Mutate Landscape on that objective in order to make sure that it is mine.
I assume you've correctly measured to position yourself out of denial range.
You are in denial range.
Yeah?
Yeah, it does go off on an 8 + 1, 9. That will give me 3 victory points.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it just because.
I understand.
No.
Okay, so that is 3 victory points.
Okay.
I can still cast a psychic power because I'm allowed to because of my loyal thrall ability. It's smite time.
No!
With a +1, that's an 8.
At least it's not a super smite.
It's not a super smite. Do you wish to attempt to deny it?
Who is this from?
Well,
Sorcerer.
it's on this guy here, so it will go into your Wraith Blade.
Let me do a quick. Let me just do a little measure and I think. I will attempt to deny.
Yes.
No.
No.
Close. Not quite.
It's 2 mortal wounds. I could kill him here. I do not kill him. He has
I've
a
got
wound
1
remaining.
wound left.
That's fine. Okay. The smite train has no brakes. Prince Philip. And you're not in denial range here.
No, not for him.
Smite train. With a +1 that is casted as a smite, it is 3 mortal wounds.
I'm gonna be fine.
I mean, look, last time I did 3 mortal wounds, you did 666. No, he's dead. That's crucial because now it opens up smites over onto this unit.
Go away!
But also gets me 2 victory points.
Go away. No, thank you.
A smite over here from this aspiring sorcerer into the Wraith Guard because they are equidistant. Just to let you know, with Ahriman, he did cast Presage and Weaver of Fates onto my Terminators. He was just out of range of the smite. I probably should have done his smite first because Prince Philip would have been in range to smite over here. But alas, these things happen. Smite with a +1. Ooh.
9.
Because I could make that a super smite for 9 Cabal points. I'm going to do just that. So that is +2.
Yeah.
So that's
I was going to say.
Yeah. So it's now cast on an 11.
Okay.
Do you wish to attempt? Oh, you can't deny.
I'm not in range.
Forgive me. 3 mortal wounds.
3?
Can I kill you?
No, you can damage it once.
Wasn't worth my 9 Cabal
No.
points. The Infernal Master in here, into your Wraith Guard. This is now my 4th smite.
No.
No, never mind. This absolute Chad.
I hate him so much.
I didn't fall back because I want to cast powers, because I have a prime opportunity here. I've spent a CP on the Great Sorcerer so that I can cast an additional power.
You're seeming very untrustworthy right now, Chef.
I'm going to cast a Doom Bolt.
Okay. That's gone well.
I'm going to spend a CP to try and re-roll that.
Okay.
Do you want to roll your 2, you got 2 dice to try and get
no,
CP?
because I've already done it for the battle
Oh,
round.
of course you did. Of course you did.
And try and fall
Doom
into
Bolt!
cheating. No.
Fine.
Do you want to roll? See if you get the CP back? No, wait.
A smite then. Oh man, okay, it's all gone horribly wrong.
Sorry, was he a Chad? Because...
More like a loser.
Yeah.
Right, well, never mind. So I'll explain why I didn't use any Cabal dice there, guys, in order to increase my casting value. On the Doom Bolt specifically, it's because I was kind of hoping to get the Malevolent Discharge off to do an extra D3, which would have been very nice indeed, because that would have been worth a lot of points, but it doesn't matter. It's okay. He'll just have to kill you in combat instead.
Sure.
So, we've got one last power to do, which is with my Terminator Sorcerer down here. We're going to cast Temporal Surge. No. Okay. It's that kind of a turn for the Thousand Suns
I
today.
had that kind of a turn. You can now have that kind of a turn.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back swinging in turn 3.
Yeah, but I need that turn because that's literally where all of my good stuff happens.
I don't want your good stuff, though.
Tzeentch, why have you forsaken me? Okay, look, those kinds of things tend to happen with psychic heavy armies. At least it didn't peril, so I'm thankful for small mercies. But I really could have done with doing a little bit more damage because that's where the bulk of my output comes from, as well as I had some prime opportunities there to really get some good victory points. So I'll kind of explain. So because I have Sorcerous Prowess, if I can kill a psychic character, I get 5 victory points. So I was set up to potentially get 10 victory points there if I managed to kill both of those characters with my lone sorcerer. That's why I didn't fall in back. So I could potentially have given up behind enemy lines here in order to be greedy. I mean, yeah, it was a relatively safe bet. We're casting on 6, we're casting with +1s, we've got ways of getting more pluses. Hey, it didn't work. It's not the end of the world, it's just a bit frustrating because that would have been a really good, solid early lead. And potentially it's shot me in the foot a little bit for behind. But as I say, not a big deal. Not killing more of the Wraith Guards is a little bit annoying, and my slight misplay with the wrong order of Ahriman and Prince Philip is also a slight misplay, but that's fine. It's been a long time since I've used the Thousand Suns. It is what it is. Now, the last thing that I did was the Temporal Surge, and I'll explain what I was going to do here. So what I was going to do, because I had plenty of Cabal dice left because of my mishaps earlier, was going to extend the range of Temporal Surge to 12 inches, allowing me to cast it upon the unit of rubrics on my flank here. So this would have allowed them to make another normal move. I would then be in for a very good chance of making a charge onto that Wave Serpent and stealing the objective. This would have netted me some benefits for obviously denying Katie primary, as well as getting me some extra points for the data intercept. As it stands, that's actually quite a big swing in points because I'm not really going to be able to get onto those objectives that she's holding over there. So she will almost certainly be holding more. I do have some tricks up my sleeve because I always do, but will they be enough? It's only early days. Let's crack on with the game. Shooting phase then. Let's see if we could do a little bit better. We're going to kick off with the Hellbrute into the... Yes. What?
Kicking off with Hellbrute. Yeah.
Right, okay. Into the Wave Serpent. That's the serpent.
I'm very good at physical comedy.
Well, that's good because you're rubbish at every other kind of
Hey,
comedy.
nice one!
So, we've got a multi-melter with Egleigen's Orrery, ignoring the dense cover and any other minuses that you may want to put on. Well, I hit you once anyway.
Okay.
I do wound you.
Okay,
5 up invulnerable C.
Vulnerable.
No.
No, absolutely not. That's
D6
can't
damage,
reach it.
and I do ignore the -1 damage because of Egleigen's Orrery.
Yes, it's a really good little thing.
Look, it's nice to have. It's free damage.
Okay, I'm down to 4 wounds.
Okay. Pesky, but fine.
I know I am.
Rubrics into the Wraith Guard in the middle. Bolt guns. I've got no rerolls here. Don't need them. Do that again. Bolt guns. 1 wound.
1
4
wound.
up save. 1 damage.
1 plinky damage.
Soul Reaper Cannon. Forced to wound here. Soul Reaper Cannon. 3 wounds at -3. That's a 5 up save.
Save. Well, that kills 1 and takes 2 wounds off another.
No, they're 5 damage each.
Not 5 damage each.
I wish they were 5 now.
Could you imagine?
That would be horrible. The Scarab Occult terminates it, and then as my shooting phase is done.
So scary.
Little bit of a split. The Hellfire missiles are going into the Wave Serpent, and then everything else is going into the Wraith Guard in the center. Bolters! I'm not doing Wrath of the wrong tier because, hey, it worked well last time. I am hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s here because of Presage. It's a full hoose.
Okay.
5s to wound you. Get into the palm of my hands. Again, not shabby.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wounds. 'Tis the blessed number.
Forced to save here, isn't it?
Yes, these are -2. Sorry, my hand is in the way. 1 damage.
1 damage, 1 was on a wound. So that kills 2 and takes a wound off another.
Lovely. The Soul Reaper cannons then, of which I have 2, 7, 10, 2's rerolling. Don't need to. These are forced wounds, so that is 3 wounds at 5 up because of -3.
Oh. That is, so it kills another one, so it's 3 dead total.
It's 1 left alive, damn it. Fine, every time. That's right. So then we've got the missiles into the Wave Serpent.
Okay.
I hit you all of the times.
No, not allowed, forbidden.
Forced to wound you. I wound you 3 of the times at -2.
Okay. No, I take 1.
D3 damage. But I am ignoring the minus because of Elegans Orrery. It's 2
damage. I'm down to 2 wounds.
Oh,
I'm still alive. Nothing can die ever.
Okay, there's no charges, so we'll just go straight into combat.
Sure. My Warlord will strike you first.
I understand.
2s and 2s.
She hits me both times.
I can reroll once.
She wins me twice.
Please die.
Nope. How important? It is 3 victory points and a CP. Yeah, I'll spend a CP on a reroll. As boring as that is.
Okay.
Pays off, and the second attack. Okay, so I'm still alive. I will attack
me
you
back.
I will attack the healthy one just in case I get lucky. I hit you all of the times.
Okay.
I wound you. Goodbye. All of the times.
3 wounds.
-1. Oh my
They all
goodness.
go through.
3d3 damage.
3d3. I'm going to spend a CP.
I understand.
Don't. 2, 4, 2, 3. She's alive and wounded.
Ow, damn it!
And she killed you in return.
Hits me
Maybe.
twice.
Maybe.
Twice. Okay. Here we
get
go.
that CP
4 up.
here.
I'm alive. 4 plus. Ah, so close to greatness.
Finally!
All right, I'm dead.
Oh, do you know what? Just for this honor, I'm taking him. I'm getting rid of him. He's going to come onto my tray now. No, don't want him anymore. You don't get him in your army.
Well, that's the end of my turn. That was a pretty mixed bag of nails. On the one hand, you think you're getting a nice little bonbon, a little sweet, and instead you pull your hands out and you're like, ah, I've got tetanus. It's not so good.
Very strange analogy.
Yes. So I did pick up 2 points for Sorcerous Prowess and 3 points on Mutate Landscape, and I did pick up 2 points on the primary for holding the 2 objectives and completing the action. By holding 3 objectives, I have denied you holding more, but my lad over there, he was so close to doing well every time and just, he didn't do it. But it's fine. It's okay. It's okay.
Fell short of greatness this time.
Yes, he did, yeah. So yeah, like I say, a mixed bag, but it's your turn 3 now.
Okay. Well, here we are in battle round 3, and I had a much better time with my Strats of Fate dice.
Yes, you did.
Just before we mentioned, as previously stated, I'm getting 8 points on the primary for holding on in my home objective and over there. But for my Strands dice, I've got 3 saves, a hit and a wound.
That's quite nice.
That is really nice. I rolled much
quite
better.
pleasant.
I didn't even reroll any. That's so much nicer than last time.
Didn't need to.
So I guess we'll go into the movement then.
All right.
Sure. Finally disembarking these Wraith Blades. I have advanced them. They did get a 6, but because I'm going through the forest, it reduces by 2. But it does just give them enough to all get in to here. My Wave Serpent is going to fly over to here. The other Wave Serpent is degraded, so I'm just going to move it forward to here. This Farseer, the one that is not my Warlord, is just flying up to here. This is the one that has a single wound remaining. My Warlord is going to use the high walls in here to just hide and stay in range of the things I need to be. The Guardian Defenders are just going to use their maximum move to fan out and screen as much as possible. This Wraith Guard is just moving across to get onto the objective. And the unit of Shining Spears is finally going to, and I left a little stone marker, start coming up and out to play. The Wraith Guards have arrived from the sky.
You've deep struck, have you?
Yes, I have. I activated your trap card.
Yes.
We really need to get you a dual disc for this army.
We really do. Inescapable forewarning. You have arrived within 18 inches of one of my Psyche units, and that Psyche unit is going to shoot at you.
How many command points is that?
2.
No, I don't get one.
I'm going to shoot you with my Terminators.
You can try.
So the unit that has just freshly arrived.
Yes.
I am still presaged, so that is a full house.
Oh, wow.
And 5s and 6s to wound you.
Very tough,
Oh,
you see.
goodbye, dice. Oh, two of them have
It's all
gone.
terribly
I'll
wrong,
pick them up
everybody.
later.
We may as well call it a day and all pack up and go home.
Okay, they're rolling very well against your high toughness.
I know, it's very annoying.
That is 8.
These are minus
-2, so 5 ups for you are out in the open.
1, 2, 3. Kills 2.
Okay, now the Soul Reaper cannons.
Let me get my dice. Oh, stop it!
I'm sorry, everyone at home, but not really.
Are you sorry to me?
Yeah, I'm sorry to you.
Okay, cool.
Rerolling the 1s because of Ahriman and or Prince Philip, but a full house otherwise. Yes, that's what I said. Forced to wound you.
Don't kill them, Deep Strike. I'd be so sad.
I will kill them.
You can't.
3 at -3. 6 at
Sixes.
-3, even.
I was going to say.
Maths.
Ah, I can't get it out of my hand. So that
Number
kills
2
another
dead.
2, so there's 1 left.
Now
God
he's going to
damn
take
it.
Hellfire missiles to the face. Rerolling.
Take that dice out.
I wound you 3 times, -2. Yeah, he's dead.
The unit's wiped. That's not good.
I mean, that was well worth 2 CP.
Well, bum. I'll start this again by saying, well, that went well. A couple of things and a couple of mistakes on my part. In hindsight, I probably could have put them in the terrain, but my thinking was that I was able to try and screen a little bit more to protect my own objectives and my guardians at the back from being murdered so that they could continue doing the action. And I wasn't expecting him to roll so high with his wounds. To be fair, he did spike above average with the wounds. He shouldn't have killed that much. But things happen and you can't play the averages because the averages always lie and they always betray you. I also could have brought them in the last turn. There were some options to do with that, but I made the decision not to. Might have been a mistake on my part, but that's why we do these things, because we learn and we grow and hopefully become better people from it instead of tiny little rage buckets. We come to the psychic phase. There's been a lot of thinking going on, as you're aware. So we are going to start with my non-Warlord Farseer, and we're going to start with a smite.
A smite. With a +1 that does go off.
It does go off, but
I will
it's not
attempt to
amazing.
deny you with one of my many denies. No.
Mega deny. Fine, I will now attempt fortune. Just completely missed the dice tray. That does go off in a 7.
I feel like Ahriman would attempt to deny this. He finds you fortunate.
Nice. So that is going to go on my Wraith Blades over in the
Okay,
depths.
cool.
We'll now move on to my Farseer that is a Warlord. Yes.
Yes.
Guide. Is it Guide I wanted to start with? It was Guide I wanted to start
Guide you
with.
want to start with?
Yes. The
Something's
ghost.
the guide
Ghost!
destroyed. Right, so that does
So
go
that
off on
goes
a 10.
off on a 10 because of the a 9 because of a 10.
No,
I
plus
can't
one,
count because
this
of the
is your
plus
first one.
Yep. Which means I get the extra range, which is why I wanted to do the guide first.
Yes. I could spend a CP on Psychic Dominion to roll 3d6 for a deny, but I'm not going to because Prince Philip says no. Prince Philip says yes.
Okay, so that is going to go on to my Shiny Spears.
Okay.
And then we will cast a Doom.
You perils, but fortunately you're immune to perils.
I'm going to re-roll it.
Okay.
Doesn't go off. No, it does. Doom does. Oh no, Doom is a 7. So
Oh, Doom's a 7?
Doom is a 7.
Okay.
I haven't regained a CP for this battle
No,
round,
you've not.
and I still don't.
Okay.
We're now in the shooting phase. I'm going to start with this Wave Serpent down here. Everything into your Terminators. You do have 1 wounded, so I'm going to start with my cannon.
Makes sense.
On 5 to hit you. Never mind, because I am degraded.
Yep.
The Bright Lance. That is
1
a
hit. 2s to wound me.
That
It's
is
a
a
wound.
wound.
I did get the Weaver of Fates off.
Yes.
So that is a 4-up invuln. I am okay.
Okay, I'm going to go straight onto the other Wave Serpent.
This
Do the
one?
same thing again, starting with the cannon.
They all hit.
That does all hit. This one's very healthy. It would have been nice if I rolled that on the other one. I'm not going to use the reroll wound here. So 1 wound.
Okay, but that was at a -3 because it was a 6.
Yes, because it was 6.
Does kill him.
That kills the final one, and then my Bright Lance. Do I want to use my auto hit here? Do you know what? I'm going to use an auto hit and an auto wound here.
I understand.
So one has just automatically wounded you, and I don't
Second
hit with the
one?
other one. So 1 wound.
Boom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust because they're made of dust.
I get it.
Yeah.
Dusty boys.
Music reference.
That's smart. I'm very proud of you. We'll quickly do my final remaining race card into your Terminators.
This is okay.
Right, well, it's a good job. I've got all of these dice ready for the 3 Shining Spears I've got in range of your rubrics down here. So I did get guide off on these, so I'll be re-rolling my failed hits.
That's good shooting.
There were only 2.
It's a full house.
It's a full house. Fortunately, we do that because of reasons.
Because that's how
That's how it works.
You do have an all-way reroll?
Yes, I do. Let me just clear away all those.
Okay, so 5.
5 at -8.
So 3 up saves because of all this dust. I'm okay.
Why are you like this?
I'm sorry.
The final shuriken from my Farseer into the same spot of rubrics. I hit you all of the time.
I mean, you'd hope so.
2 wounds.
All-way reroll?
Oh, yes.
3 wounds. Kills one.
Yay, she
Splat.
kills you. Goodbye. So I did battle focus after that. I rolled a 6, so my Farseer has come back to safety next to my hopefully not exploding and not dying wave serpent.
Do shiny spears have battle focus?
Yes, they do.
Do you know what?
You didn't advance them.
They get a 5, I'll move them momentarily.
Because you can get extra range by just getting up for a
So
nice long
what I'm
charge.
going to do now, we'll move those in a moment. I am going to charge my wave serpent into a rubric marines. Do you want to Overwatch?
No.
If I get a 9, I'm going to move them in now. I'm going to shoulder barge you with a tank. So Tzeentch tried to trick me, and I literally, I put them there specifically so I could screen out the back quarter. That's because I could move them further forward. And I didn't because I wanted to make sure that you didn't come in and attack my guardians and just take my home.
I'm trying to be friendly. I'm just your friendly neighborhood Tzeentch chicken.
I don't trust it.
I mean,
no, thank you.
Big Bird was a Lord of Change.
Absolutely. Tangents aside, I know what you're like. The Wave Serpent did manage to move in range of your objective. That means you won't be able to do the data intercept in your next turn. And I'm going to shoulder barge you now.
Okay.
No, I'm not. Do you want to hit me back?
Yeah, I mean, piling, I don't think I'm going to be able to get my staff in range.
Oh, that's such a shame.
Because it's only going to get to about there, so I'm not going to be within half an inch of half an inch. So, it's just my 6 attacks. Look, I did 3 damage last time with the staff. It was potent.
That's why I don't want you to get it in.
1 wound. Fear me. I said
no.
Fine. All right.
That was a turn.
It was the turn that happened, yes.
There were things, stuff happened, we can agree on that. The stuff that did happen that is important that you at home need to know. I did get 2 points on the data intercept. If I've not mentioned my guardians doing anything, assume that they're doing the data intercept because of course that's what they're doing.
Yeah,
I did actually, I ended up getting my 2 points on engage from the charge, and I just missed out on getting another pip on.
Yeah, you're on 29 for the no prisoners. Again, crucially shut me down on some. Yeah, I'm still holding that objective, but you cannot do the action if you're in range of it. So
no data for you.
You're just doing it to kind of prevent me getting as little.
Trying to just
possible
box you in as much as
I
possible.
can. Yes. So I do have to smite my way out. That worked out very well last time.
Good luck.
Let's see if I can do better. My command phase, I've picked up 8 points for holding 2, holding 3. Cannot do the action, that's okay. We have Egleigen's Orrery is going to go from Prince Philip, of course, into the Wraith Blades here.
My Wraith Blades alone. I
No.
just want to make combat.
And we're also going to attempt the glimpse of the... no, we're going to do Malefic Maelstrom from my Infernal Master down
no
here.
glimpsing.
Oh, the Malefic Maelstrom. So he's going to give that to my Flame Boys, so they are +1 strength.
Nice. Good for them. Let them go.
The Hell Brute. Bunk. The Terminators are just going to shuffle around inside this ruin so that they have choices of targets, and by choices I mean predominantly onto those Wraith Blades. The Sorcerer advances, nice big 4 over to here, allowing him to get in range of that objective, and then this unit of rubrics is just going to step out to protect their master. The Demon Prince. The Flame unit only rolled a 1 on their advance, but that's okay. Just moving up to various positions over here. The Infernal Master's just going round to here. And then the Infernal Master, then the Ahriman, sure, is just going to move here to take his place. And arriving from Strategic Reserve, my unit of rubrics have been waiting in the wings. Just for reference, this is the edge of Katie's deployment zone. So even though I'm able to fit here, she has screened me out so that I cannot get behind enemy lines with that unit. But that's okay because I have other ways and means.
No. You've landed there. I'm going to spend... I spent the CP off camera to use Forewarned. I did roll to see if I got any of those back. I did get one back, so I'm on 3 CP at the moment. I'm going to shoot at them with my Guardians because I'm not happy with them.
Why not?
One is behind Dense. Yeah. I'll do him first, because why not? I can re-roll that one because I'm within range of an objective.
Okay. And then 8 more shots. Or do you just want to roll the wounds now?
Do it all,
together. It's
do
nice
it
to
all
roll
at the
dice
same
all together.
time.
Reroll the ones. Okay.
It's not shabby.
Not at all. Force to wound, man.
It is indeed.
With an
Hopefully there's
all-flame
lots
re-roll.
of wounds. Okay.
So 2 6s in there.
And then 3.
Okay, so
non-sixes.
3 saves of 3+.
Okay.
Praise be to all his dust.
Yep.
And then 5 ups.
Okay, fair enough. At least it was only 1 command point, not 2.
But yes.
Swings and or roundabouts.
Psychic time. Tzeentch's firestorm from this aspiring sorcerer into your 1 wound farseer. It is cast on a 6 because I do get a +1.
No, it's not.
Okay, very good. That's fine. Whilst we're over there, the sorcerer that's in the middle here is going to try and mutate the landscape. That goes off on an 11.
I'm not going to try and deny that.
I'm going to try? I understand. So
I'd
that's
have to roll
3
a 12.
victory points for me.
Fine.
And then that sorcerer is going to cast a smite. Well, with a +1, that's a super smite.
Okay, that's into the...
That'll be into the Wave
Serpent,
Serpent
yes.
because it is the closest.
Okay.
It's the big 6.
It's not going to matter. I'm going to roll 6 6s. I did not. No. Do I explode?
I don't want you to. Normally I would.
Aww,
Okay.
that would have been nice. Okay.
The reason for that is because that now opens up the farseer to being smoten, which is worth 5 victory points, which is pretty significant. A smite from Prince Philip into the 1 wound farseer with a +1 that does just go off on a 6.
Yes, it does. You don't... Oh, I do have shrugs.
You do have shrugs. It is 2 mortal wounds. Oh,
yes,
she's dead.
she is
That
dead.
is the big 5. That is significant indeed. And whilst we're there with Prince Philip, we're going to do a Glamour of Tzeentch upon my Terminators.
To signify that she's dead.
Prince Philip! Fine. No! I mean, look, I'll take it.
I mean, you kind of deserve it
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah, that's fine. Ahriman has cast Presage and Weaver of Fates, both on the Terminators, of course, neither of which you chose to deny. But I'm now going to cast a Smite. So this is now my third smite. Yes. Smite! Reroll because of Ahriman. So with a +1, that makes it a 6. So I'm going to...
You need a 7 at this point.
You need a 7 at this point. So I will spend 5 of my Cabal dice to increase that by a further +1 to a 7. Denies. That's fine. Okay. So you've got 1 more deny left?
1 more deny.
I understand. Now we're going to cast Temporal Surge from my Terminator Sorcerer onto the Warp Flamer rubrics. Well, with a +1, that does go off on a 9.
I will attempt to deny this because I don't want it.
Doesn't deny.
It was close, though.
It's very close.
Imagine if I had +1
so
to
that
deny.
is a normal move for them, and that's all your denies done, right?
Yes, that is everything done. You can just get on with your psychic powers.
Fabulous.
You're welcome.
Okay, I found out the Warp Flamers in such a way so that I've got a choice of targets, and they're now going to cast Pyrrhic Flux upon themselves. Oh boy, okay, fine.
That sure is a
I'm going to spend a CP to
head
reroll
scratcher.
it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, great,
Right.
sure, 1 dice. Fine. Very well. Annoying. Very annoying indeed. Fine.
My Farseer coming back as a ghost to stab you.
Executioner!
Yeah.
Desecration of Worlds then with the Infernal Master. That one goes off, great. So that's going to go on to the Shiny Spears down here. So whenever they make a move, I roll a d6 for each model in the unit, and on a 1 you take a mortal wound. It's nothing great, but it's cool. We now come over to the rubrics over here. What we're going to do is we're going to spend 3 of my Cabal dice.
You're up to shenanigans.
Yes.
I don't like it.
For Warp Sight. So what this enables me to do is use another Psyker, this guy, to do line of sight to cast through a wall into these guys.
Right. What are you casting?
A trick shot! I can't cast a smite. I'm not allowed to cast smite.
What are you casting?
Gaze of Hate.
Ah! Hang on. I'm modelling it for you.
Oh, very good. It does go off on 8.
Okay.
So I roll 3d6 and for each 4 plus you take a mortal wound.
Getting my shrugs ready.
Oh. I mean, it could have killed
I
a
take a
shiny
mortal
spear, but
wound.
that was fine. I mean, maybe that'll finish one off with the Desecration of Worlds.
No thank you.
I've spent the last of my Cabal dice to auto-cast, I can never remember what it's called, I think it's the Diabolical Pact, to ensure that the Cult of Duplicity Power Sorcerous Facade goes off without me failing it with the way that I've been rolling, so that I can bring the unit that was in combat with the Wave Serpent over to here for behind enemy lines. Wait. For behind enemy lines. The unit that has teleported will kick off the shooting phase into your Guardians. We've got 2 bolt guns and a Soul Reaper cannon. The bolt guns. I do hit you 3 times. The bolt guns. I wound you twice at -2.
Well, I am taking it on the... I'm going to take the ones over there. I'll take it on the ones over there because I don't want to take the ones away that are on the objective.
6 up invulnerables. You save 1. Okay.
No.
The Soul Reaper cannon.
There's a 4 on the floor.
The Soul Reaper cannon. I do hit you 3 times.
Okay.
Because I ignore the heavy penalty. For I am dust. I wound you 3 times at 6 up invulnerable saves.
Oh, 1 more dice.
I see.
Okay.
This unit of rubrics, Soul Reaper cannon and bolt guns, but bolt guns first, obviously. I'm just out of rapid fire range now, so well played, I guess. Why am I rolling 2? I wounded both times, so 1 wound because I can't do math. Yes, because you're out of cover.
Yes.
Yeah. The Soul Reaper cannon. That's better. 2's to wound you because it is high strength. It is 4 wounds.
I'm
6
gonna
up
all
invulnerables.
6s. 2 6s. You kill 3.
Well, I kill the 3 out of cover. It's just the ones in cover left.
Fine.
The Hell Brute now will fire its multi-melters into this Wraith Guard on the objective. I realise that you have 3 6s in your pool and a 6 up invuln save, but re-roll the ones for Prince Philip. He hits you both times.
Okay.
3's to wound you.
Well.
It's not going according to my design.
No.
The Warp Flame rubrics. Because I didn't get Pyric Flux off, I'm only strength 5 with the Malevolent Maelstrom. So I've decided to change my tactic a little bit of crisping the Wraith Blades, and instead I'm going to try and deal with this Wave Serpent to stop him from being a character assassin by flying over me and stuff. Because I can't charge it.
I want to be a character assassin.
Can't charge it because I advanced, because I made a tactical boo-boo. Because I was so enamored with getting everyone in range over there, and you know. But hey, plans fall apart. I did manage to get 27 hits with my Flamers.
That's a lot of hits.
It is 3 by 9, which is the blessed number. 5's to wound you. It's not the best,
Do you want some help removing
but
fails?
it's not terrible.
5's to wound, isn't it?
It is 5's to wound, yes, because I did not have the CP.
I'll take out. I'm taking your failures.
Okay, well that's fine. That's 10 wounds.
Okay.
-2.
Is your failures back?
Oh, thank you.
10 wounds, you say?
10 wounds, says I. So 5 ups.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What have you got left to shoot?
My Terminators. I've done some incidental shooting with bolt guns and characters off camera, and everything failed. So don't worry.
I am going to slow roll these so I can figure out what's going on.
Sure.
I have a 5 up it, don't I?
Yes, because
I've
minus
taken
2.
1. I've taken 2. I've taken 3. I've taken 4. I've taken 4 so far.
I have 6, so 4 more to go. Because you do have 3 6-up saves in your pool.
Yes, I do. The AP is going to be all the same depending on what you're shooting me over there.
Yeah, so I've got AP2 or AP3 anyway. It will go onto your
my
own
Wave
one
Serpent
regardless.
shield. Taken 4. Keep rolling. I've taken 5. I've taken 6. I'm going to use 2 auto passes.
Okay. So
taking
2
6
auto
wounds.
passes down, 1 left to go, but I have done 6 wounds.
Yeah.
I mean, look, that's better than I was expecting, quite frankly, so I will take that. The Terminators then, we're doing a 2-way split. I debated a 3-way, but it's a 2-way. The Soul Reaper Cannons and the Infernal Combi Bolters are going into this Wraith Guard down here. Now that I've gotten rid of some of those 6s, it is on an objective. I do want to remove it, or at least as best as I can, but I do need to weaken this by at least 1 wound so that Hellfire Missiles are going into the Wave Serpent. That's my thinking. Blotters. Hitting on 2s, rerolling because of Presage and Ahriman standing next to them. Good thing he presaged them.
There was a lot of 2s in there.
Yeah, there was so many 2s.
So much 2s.
5s to wound you. 4 wounds at -2. You are in cover, of course, on
What's
your
the
Wraith Guard.
damage on this?
Just the 1.
Just the 1.
So you will have a 4-up save.
4-up save.
And there's 4 of
The
them.
damage is
Just the 1.
1.
Just the 1. I do have the Soul Reapers to go, though. You're fine. You're fine. Okay. Loves it. Okay, the Soul Reapers then.
Okay.
Soul Reaper Cannons. Reroll the 1. Oh, I do drop 1. 9 hits, but that is the blessed number.
No.
Forced
Blessings
wound
for
here.
you.
Not great. 4 wounds at -3, so these are 5-ups.
And the damage is...
1 again.
Okay. So 5-ups here. How many?
4.
Yes. That's cocked.
Okay. Loves it.
9.
1 damage. 2 damage. You've got 1 left and a 6 in your pool. That is the correct decision, because otherwise you lose that objective.
Yep.
Okay. The missiles then into the Wave Serpent.
That's that gone.
I do hit you all the times.
There you go.
I'm incapable of rolling in a dice tray, but you know.
I mean, we're all guilty.
I wound you twice.
You wound me twice?
I wound you twice. 5 up. Loves it. Loves it.
Okay.
Bum. Couple of charges now. We need some 9-inch charges. We've got 3 9-inch charges.
Chef special.
Yeah. The rubrics into the Guardians. Pow! No, so close.
Reroll?
Not worth it. These rubrics into the Shining Spears. This is a bit more risky, I realise, but it's okay because
1 shot.
Corn is looking down going, no, not for you.
Because Angron's on the shelf over there.
Yeah.
It's cursing us all.
And now, this is probably the riskiest one. Ahriman into your Wave Serpent.
Mm-hmm.
You going to Overwatch?
I'm going to Overwatch because I've got Assassinate.
Yep.
So, my Shuriken Cannon.
Mm-hmm.
I
1
hit
hit.
you the once. I do wound you, and it is a 6.
I'm fine. I have a 4-up invulnerable.
Twin Bright Lance. No hits.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
4 6s in a row I've just rolled.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Thank goodness. Do you get that CP back? You've not gained...
No,
oh, no,
I
you
did gain
you
1
did
back because
of
I can't remember which
forewarned.
one. Yes, that's the one.
Does Ahriman make the charge after that? I don't think he does, because I think he definitely needed a 9. An 8-inch puts me... Oh, absolutely not. But at least he didn't die.
Could you imagine if I could
I
win Overwatch?
absolutely
It'd be
can.
like Farsight all over again.
Right, well then that's the end of my turn, I suppose.
This is a very interesting game.
It is, it is. Right, so slight tactical boo-boo here. As mentioned, I probably shouldn't have advanced them, but I kind of really wanted to deal with them. Fine, this could hurt quite a bit this turn now. We'll have to kind of deal with it. I did pick up 7 points on Sorcerous Prowess though,
That's
3 points on
nice.
Mutate Landscape, and I did get 3 points for Behind Enemy Lines, as well as the CP over there. The points are very close though. You do pick up 8 going into your
Yep,
turn 3.
because I'm holding the 3.
This is gonna sting.
Yeah. But
Let's see if I can weather the storm.
we are now in battle round 4, and again, yeah, this is a really interesting game. As mentioned, I am getting 8 points on the primary. I also did get an extra point for no prisoners at the end of your
Yes.
turn because
I blew up my brain.
You killed your own man. For my Strands of Fate, I've got 2 saves, and a charge roll, a hit, and a wound roll.
It's a decent spread.
It's good. It's good at this point for what I need to do. So hopefully I can actually do it. Although it's been us in this game, so who knows what's going to happen. These Wraith Blades are just going to move up, obviously hindered by the terrain, because they're slow. We're now going to move the Shining Spears forward.
Desecration of worlds. That's a 666. That is 3 mortal wounds.
Don't say it. Let me do my shrugs in a moment. I'm just going to keep moving them first.
If you keep moving, you can just ignore it. That's how it works, right?
let me see if I can.
Oh,
no, you killed 2. That's okay. Okay, fine. This is fine. I've established at this point I don't have enough units back here to be able to stop Chef from being able to get behind enemy lines, because even if I clear the stuff that's back here, he's just going to be able to yeet anything he wants anyway, so I'm going to try and hide these back here as far as I can to prevent him stealing my objective. The Wave Serpent is going to come over here because I do have Assassinate and I can get closest to Ahriman, and he's staying within 12 inches of those Flamer Marines because I have a plan for them later. My Farseer is just going to fly all the way over to here so I can try and use my charges to be able to bubble wrap her a little bit to protect her for future turns. My Wraith Guard is just going to come the other side of this wall to try and hide from some of the scary things over that side. There's scary things over here, but there's scary things everywhere. I'm doing my best.
Yeah, we.
Psychic phase. I almost skipped it and went straight into the shooting phase.
Don't do that.
No, that would be bad because I need my Doom and Guide.
You do
So
need
I'm
them.
going to guide my Wraith Blades
Okay.
with a 10.
All right, I'm going to spend a CP here
Okay.
for Psychic Dominion.
Nope.
So basically, I sacrifice one of my Psyker's Dispel. So I'm going to use Ahriman to Dispel, yeah, to deny you.
Playing Sigma.
Yes, but I'm basically sacrificing the Terminator Sorcerer.
Okay.
So I can roll 3d6 and I add them together. But you did get that off on an 11 because
11
of your
because
+1.
it's the first one. That's denied. I'm going to Doom the Terminators.
Okay.
That doesn't go off.
That doesn't go off.
Okay, that's fine. That's
Okay.
fine.
No guide, no doom. That
No
could
guide.
be
No, I don't. Do you know
quite
what?
crucial.
I don't need it. I'm going to say this now. Don't need it.
Bold words.
I'm a bold girl. We go into the shooting then. Hopefully it's a little bit more successful. Well, that's what I'm planning. Anyway, the Shining Spears, I've got a single...
I'm crossing my fingers.
Thank you. I've got a single laser lance that is in range of your Terminator, so I'll be shooting that, and then the rest of the shuriken catapults into them.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with my laser lance.
Okay.
It hits.
Tis a wound.
It is a wound.
4 up invulnerable save. Loves it.
Okay.
Because of Weaver.
And then my shurikens. Okay. That's not bad. 4s?
4s to win me.
4s. I always think you should be tougher than you are. Yeah. That is 3 wounds, one of them being a 6.
Fourth way.
Another wound. So 3 wounds and then 1 shuriken.
So 3 2-ups. 1 takes a wound.
Okay.
And then -3 on the shuriken. So hang on now. So I've got a 2-up base, I'm in cover, and I've got all his dust. So 1, 2, 3, so 3 up save.
3 up save.
I'm glad we did that, everyone. Very good. So I have taken 2 wounds there, so
Okay.
one of them is down to 1 wound remaining.
Good. Farseer will do the same thing with her shuriken. Reroll.
Fourth way.
2 wounds.
2-ups. Does kill the one
Good.
that is closest to you, which is frustratingly a Soul Reaper cannon, but that is
Take
fine.
it away, please.
I will take it away.
Fear it.
Goodbye.
I'm going to move on to the final bit of shooting, but before I do, I keep forgetting to mention on camera, it was mentioned off camera obviously, and I spent the command points for it. I auto-passed my Guardian Defenders at the end of the last turn because they were holding me an objective and I didn't want to risk losing
They're the
them.
only ones that are there to do the action.
If you've seen my CPs be a bit wonky on all of the different things that pop up, that's why, because I spent the command points on that. Wave Serpent, everything at Ahriman.
Yeah. Now it's worth pointing out here that the stratagem, which is I think it's Implacable Guardians. So you do that at the start of your opponent's phase, and then until the end of the phase, whilst they're within range of any friendly Scarab Occult or rubrics, they can't be shot. Remember that match play, that is a bodyguard rule, which means it's only Lookout Sir, and he's still going to be the closest because of the position that Katie's moved in.
He's not toughness 6, is he?
No, he's toughness 4.
These are the cannon.
Yes,
obviously.
I figured it wasn't the Bright Lance. 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Okay. I am cavalry, so I do not get the benefit of cover here.
He's cavalry.
Yeah.
Amazing.
He does take 2 damage, so he's got 4 wounds remaining.
He's got 4
so
wounds
if
remaining.
A Bright Lance goes through, will kill him. It's an auto hit and an auto wound, I see. He'll miss with the other one.
Does the other one?
Told you.
You're a psychic.
Yes! Does it wound? Oh no, you don't need...
I auto-wounded.
Right. A 4-up or die
You
situation.
literally said it yourself.
Ahriman is fine.
Oh, that's disappointing. But so has this game been. Not really, it's been quite interesting, really. I just started saying words and didn't stop. That was just, Ahriman. Into the charge phase, I am going to spend my final command point on shield just this charge, which I've not used yet since the new book came out.
But I want to Overwatch.
I don't like flamers, they make me sad. So what this does is I choose an enemy unit within 12 inches and they can't Overwatch. So I'm choosing your flamer unit because obviously I'm then going to use my 6 for a charge on my Wraith Blades. I only need a 1 to be able to get them in.
I laugh if you somehow rolled not, like it just came up blank. Like the pip had rubbed off. I'd be well impressed.
Why do you hate me?
Like, it's a very big charge.
I did get an 11, which because of the terrain goes down to a 9, but it's exactly
Cool.
more than I needed. The Shining Spears are going to go into the Terminators.
So I will Overwatch here.
Okay.
And I will set to defend. Or hold steady, because I'm in ruins.
Yes.
So I will be Overwatching on 5.
Okay.
So let me gather some dice. Terminator Overwatch. Presage does nothing here, but reroll 1s from Ahriman will, because he's somehow still alive.
Stupid Ahriman.
Bolters. My goodness.
Why is he like
I don't know. That was a good roll even without the hold steady. 4s to wound you. There we go. Okay, it's 2 at -2 there.
Okay.
Oh yes, you still have 2 6s in your pool.
Yeah,
don't you?
so 1 dies, but I saved the other one.
They're only damage 1.
Yeah, 1 was wounded. So
No, because I did 3 mortal wounds with the Desecration of Worlds and 1 was already wounded. That's why you're down to 4.
Yeah.
Because they're 2 wounds
all
pop.
healthy.
They're all healthy.
Oh, okay.
Trust me. Soul Reaper Cannon. I hit you twice. Soul Reaper Cannon.
Yes, of
I wound
course.
you
I
once.
forgot that you'd killed that
5 up in bun here because this is -3. And
5
it's
up in bun?
in bun anyway. So
Okay.
that is 1 dead.
Okay,
'cause
so
it's
1
damage
is now dead.
And now finally the 2 missiles. I hit you once. No 1s to reroll. 2s to wound you. 1 wound at -2. This is D3 damage. Makes sense. Look, I've killed 3 of them in your turn. I'll take it.
Stop killing my things! You want them to do stuff.
Now you do make the charge despite the fact that you only
Literally
rolled a 5.
just
By a
skin of my teeth.
whisker.
We're in the fight phase. We've done all the parlins now, just because you can't interrupt, so it's a bit easier for us knowing and placing where everything's going. So I'm going to start with the Race Blades because the other squad didn't get to do anything.
I understand.
Literally why. I'll be hitting on 4s because I didn't get...
Yeah, no
'cause
guide or
there's
anything
no,
like that?
No, nothing, no rerolls here. Do you know what? It's not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad. 3s to wound you.
Yes.
Okay, that is...
Off-way reroll?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay.
6 onto your invuln.
6, 5 up invulnerable saves. Praise be unto Tzeentch. Okay, it's 3 dead.
3 dead. Okay, fine. We'll go on to the Shining Spears next, but I will need to grab my dice. So I've got to do my Exarch separately because he's got the Paragon Saber. I do have the upgrade on him, so my unit gets +1 to hit on the charge, which I am. So my Laser Lancers. I'm hitting you on 2s here.
Laser!
Hit you all but once. And then wounding you on 3s.
Freeze. Laser!
Reroll all
Off-way?
way.
Yep.
That is 4.
4 up invulnerable saves. That's 1 dead because they are 2 damage a pop.
Okay. And then the Paragon Saber. I get to reroll all of my hits and wounds with this.
Yes.
It also gives me an extra attack. Good job too.
Yes. Okay.
Nice. 3s. There you go. That's where it mattered.
4s. +1 strength.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
But you can re-roll it. Okay.
4 at -4, so onto your revolver.
4 up invulnerable saves.
Just the 1 damage.
Just the 1. Ting. So cuts up a Terminator and lops an arm off another, and then there's just dust flying out. It's like when you put the reverse on a vacuum, and it goes.
Oh gosh, don't do that. That's horrible. No, why would anyone ever want that?
I did my punches off camera. Nothing happened, but I'm now going to bonk you on the head with a 4-star from my Aspiring Sorcerer. I hit you twice. I wound you twice at -1. Fear the bonk.
1 damage.
D3 damage. It's 1 damage.
Can I minus it down to 0?
You have a fortune save though.
Oh, I do!
So you might minus it down. Fortune works against everything.
Yeah, but they don't have fortune anymore. They did last turn. They don't this turn. The Farseer that had fortune died.
Then you cannot fortune it down to 0.
Stop
Okay, very
trying
good.
to trick me with
I'm not
my
trying to
own
trick you, I'm
rules.
trying to help you and get really confused with my own rules. Okay.
It's okay.
The Terminators now, we've got the Prospering Compulsories. Reroll the 1s. I'm hitting on 2s because of Perplex. Wounding on 3s because I am Strength 5. That is 3 wounds, 5 up invulnerable saves. These are 2 damage a pop.
3 wounds at 5 up.
Yes. One's dead. Another's dead.
I mean, I'll save that, yeah.
Your Exarch is
Exarch's
fine. Ripe for a stick.
No.
I hit you all
No,
3 of the
don't.
times. I wound you twice at -1, so 4 ups here. This is D3 damage. You are fine. You are fine. Okay, there is an Exarch left alive. Fine.
Well, that's that.
Yes.
Yeah. A couple of things to mention. I did get a point on the data insert because obviously the Guardians were doing that. I have got 2 points on engage and I'm up to 4 points, I think, on no prisoners.
Yeah, that sounds about right, yes.
Yeah, I did some stuff.
Yeah, you do have a morale check to do for the Exarch. He's fine, I think.
They lost 5.
He's
Perfectly
fine.
fine.
I also did roll the Desecration of Worlds off camera. Nothing happened. Right, okay, so I weathered the storm quite luckily there. So, you've not taken away that objective, which is very nice for me. That does give me hold more.
Oh, yes, it does, because I'm on the 2.
Yeah, because in this mission you have to be OBSEC before you can move away from it, and the unit of bikers were not OBSEC at the time. No, they were, because you put OBSEC on them with the Wheel of Isaran in turn 1, and you moved over there in range of that objective. So you do currently have that objective.
Okay.
Yes.
That's spicy.
Okay.
So it's not hold more for me yet. I mean, I'm about to take it, but you know. Command phase. Glimpse of eternity. No, fine. Very well. Never mind. I do pick up 8 points, as mentioned.
Nothing.
Egleigen's Orrery is going to go on to this Wave Serpent. It's not really going to make any difference, but it's just for reference. And then I finally crack open my Umbralefic crystal to take myself...
Do you want some help? I can help.
If you could put me 9 inches away from those guys.
I'll figure that out in a moment. Hi, guys. Being friendly.
Okay. Movement. Prince Philip flies backwards to here. And the Hellbrute goes, oh man, it's so confusing. What way am I going? Am I going upside down, left ways, front ways, right ways? I don't know anymore.
Where you're going, you won't need eyes to see.
Ahriman. Final bit of movement. I have advanced with this unit of rubric, so no shooting, but it is important to ensure that my sorcerer gets in range of the objective so I can mutate it. And also, you know, hold it. A smite from the sorcerer in combat with your guard. It is cast on a 7 because of my +1.
You can have it.
Okay. Pow! 1. Right in the kisser.
It's fine.
Your 5-up shrug for being Wolfway.
Look, it's been
Very
a long
good.
day.
I know.
It's been a really long day.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
We're going to come down to the sorcerer, the Terminator sorcerer. A smite into your Exarch.
Yes.
That does go off on a 9, blessed be, and I'm going to wait to see if you attempt to deny it. You do deny
I
it.
do.
Okay,
No, thank
cool.
you. No, thank you.
I understand. The aspiring sorcerer over here is going to cast Tzeentch's Firestorm.
No.
Okay, with a +1 it does go off. I'm going to spend 5 of my Cabal dice to cast it on a 6.
Am I within 24?
Should be.
I can't figure out distances in my head.
No,
just out.
Okay, so it does
I
go
had a
off.
feeling I wasn't big.
96, this is going into your Exarch, so I'm looking for lots of 6s here. I was kind of hoping that would just be cast so I could do Malevolent Charge, but never mind. 4 6s. 1 6. 1 mortal
I do take
wound.
a mortal wound.
All right.
I've got 3 wounds remaining.
Now that your denies are gone though, I am going to cast Mutate Landscape over here with my rubrics. With a +1 that does go off, so that is another 3 victory points
Very
there.
nice.
Very handy indeed. With that power action, psychic action successfully cast, I'm going to cast Metaphysical Focus. So use it after I've done a psychic action. That unit can attempt to manifest 1 psychic power that phase. Now normally they can only manifest 1, so I do have to spend another CP on the Great Sorcerer, enabling me to cast an additional power. So that's what we're going to do. It's smite time.
Okay.
Smite!
I can literally hear you screaming inside your head.
Should have done Gaze of Hate. Never mind, never mind. Let's see if we have better luck over here. A smite from my Infernal Master. Oh, for goodness sake. They're not even like, I'm missing it by 1 or 2. I'm like off by about 4 or 5 now. Okay, fine. The unit over there of rubrics. A smite. Come on down. There we go, with a +1.
Who's this into?
This goes off into your...
it's the Guardians, okay.
Guardians.
I'm
gonna spend... I'm not annoyed at you. I'm annoyed with my dice.
I understand completely. I'm also annoyed at your dice.
I spend 4 of my Cabal dice for Malevolent Charge, so I'm doing an extra D3 here, so I do 2D3. It's 4 mortal wounds.
Do I shrug any? No, I've got 1 ranger left.
Remove them. Okay. Something at least. Yeah. More smites. Ahriman into the Wraithblades. I'm equidistant.
Mm-hmm. Is this your 5th or 6th smite? You did
5th.
2 over there, and then that 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
And then you did 2
4,
over
5.
here. So this would be your 6th smite.
I don't know what I need, but it's a high number. It's probably that with a +1.
Yeah.
Because yes, it is.
What do you get?
D6 mortal wounds. 4. Okay, fine.
One's on a wound.
Fine. We're also going to cast the Weaver of Fates, and we're going to cast that on the unit that's in combat with them, just to give them a 4-up. Reroll it because I'm Ahriman. Yep, goes off. Lovely. And then we're going to cast... your invuln doesn't work in combat, does it?
No.
Just your
Shooting
6-up.
only.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to cast Presage then upon my Terminators just to help them get the kill. +1 goes off because Ahriman. Very good. Just Prince Philip to go. So, Prince Philip. I'm spending 8 CP on, I think it's Kabbalistic Focus. Kabbalistic Focus. No, Pact from Beyond. Do not make a psychic test. The psychic test is passed at the minimum required warp charge value. And this has been FAQ'd. It was changed in a previous one. So this means that because the warp charge value of Smite increases, the required warp charge value is now 11. It's a super Smite. I don't even need to roll.
Roll your dice.
It's a 4. It's on your Wave Serpent.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Okay, 3 more wounds. All right, very nice.
So I'm down to 4.
And then with my final power with Prince Philip, we are going to cast, just to ensure... just to ensure a little bit of safety, we're going to cast -1 to hit the Glamour of Tzeentch on my Terminators. With a +1 that does not go off, so never mind. Okay, a little bit of shooting. So I rolled for my Warp Flame pistol off camera because I was like, well, it's, it's wounding on 6s. So of course I got 6 hits and 3 wounds. I kill 1. Yay. Less impressive, the Heavy Flamer did nothing to the Wave Serpent. But the Multi-Melter, however, reroll the 1 for Prince Philip. It's a hit.
It's off the table.
It's not a wound. Okay, very good. I'm not going to try and make a 10-inch charge into that Guardian to try and get onto the objective because I don't need to. Instead, I'm just going to shoot a Soul Reaper cannon at it from my
Do you know
rubrics.
what? I understand and I respect your decision.
I hit you twice. 2's to wound you. I wound you once. 6-up invulnerable save, please.
No, he's dead.
Okay, very good.
It's a bit late in the day and we're a bit tired. I would have used my auto pass of a 6 there.
Well, I've got 2 bolt guns in range then. I do hit you 3 times. I wound you once. 5-up invuln. Or 5-up cover. Okay, I guess I'll fire a bolt pistol from my Infernal Master.
Please, feel free.
He hits. He wounds, -2. You're dead!
I'll CP it because that gets me... No, I'm dead.
I said you're dead!
I'm dead. I'm dead! Look, Chef, I'm dead. Okay?
Okay, I'm going to do some charges now.
Okay.
I forgot about it. I'd done the charge roll with Prince Philip, but I forgot to fire the bolt guns and Soul Reaper. I did like 2 wounds, 3 wounds. It's enough for him to one-shot it now, which is nice. Ahriman is not charging because I will die a horrible, painful death. The Hellbrute, however, is going to attempt a 12-inch charge into that XR.
I understand.
No, not even close. That's fine. We'll just do Prince Philip in a moment. Prince Philip then will go into your Wave Serpent. He hits you all of the times. Forced to wound you because it is a sword.
It's also, did we mention that you shot some pitter-patter at
Yes.
me and left me on 1 wound? I can't remember if we mentioned it. How many times have you wounded me?
Didn't. The Malefic Talon.
Chev!
Probably should have charged Ahriman in. The Malefic Talon!
I don't know what this game has become.
Oh boy!
I don't know what this game has become at this point. The Exarch, I guess, will go next then to try and survive. No +1 to hit now because I'm not charged. I'm still re-rolling
Good thing too.
with my Paragon Saber.
Yeah. That's better.
Yeah.
Forced to wound me.
Forced to wound. Re-rolling again because of the Paragon Saber.
Paragon Saber.
That dice. I can't roll that dice.
Okay.
That is 4 wounds at -1.
I did get the Weaver of Fates off, so I do save 3 of them. So
Just take
one is
one
down
damage.
to 2 wounds. Oh, how convenient. Okay. I'll do some token attacks over here, shall I? Just before you attack me.
Okay.
With my pile in, I will form ranks and fall over, apparently. Right. Here we go.
Okay.
I have 8 punches to your Wraithbone form.
Okay.
Fear. Reroll the ones for Ahriman being next to them. He inspires them to greatness. 5s to wound you.
Okay.
2 wounds, no app.
3s.
Okay.
They're fine.
The Force Staff.
Don't do it.
Rerolling ones for Ahriman. Yes. He wounds you 3 times at -1.
2 go through.
These are D3 damage each. So the first one does 2 damage.
Yes, does 2 damage.
Yep.
It's my -1.
Yeah, because Egleighen has changed.
And the second one.
It kills 1.
Yep.
Very good.
Sure.
Great success.
Wraithblade's back. 4s and 2s happening here. That's a...
Oh, only 2 hits. 3s to wound.
3s. Yes, I don't know why I keep saying
All
2s.
flame. 2 wounds. 5 up. Nope, 2 dead. Okay, very good. The endless combat of ages. Huzzah. Huzzah. Right, can I kill that Exarch?
You can try.
I've got
You
my
can really
Prospering Copeshes. No reroll ones here because I'm not in range of any of my characters. I did.
You did get
the
Presage
Pacts
off.
Presage even,
Yeah.
yes.
See, I'm learning your rules now.
Yes. I wound you 3 times.
I don't have any CP.
He's dead!
Well done.
He's -3 damage too. Huzzah, great
Congratulations.
success. It's been an entire game of mixed bags, quite frankly. This is a really stupid game.
40k, everyone!
40k. It is a dice game. Right, so I have denied you primary points. This is key because you are only holding the 1. That is very nice. No morale checks to do for them. They do not care. I don't have morale checks to do because I do not care. Kill a wave serpent with a demon prince in combat, fine. But I did get Mutate Landscape. I've gotten 4 points for behind enemy lines. I do get an extra CP. No points on Sorcerous Prowess, which is a bit upsetting, but that's fine. So I am ahead on the points now, but you do have ways of getting back into it, weirdly, kind of.
We'll have a look.
Wowzers! It is the end of the game. That's right, we've done a little fast forwards through the trickery of Tzeentch.
Yeah, we did it.
Because, well, you know what? We worked out the points-wise. Actually, it was impossible for the Aeldari to win. So congratulations, Mr. Chef. Commiserations.
Well
Katie, but it was a really close game. Now, of course, as per our league rules, we did play the last turns out because it is about scoring as many points as possible in these qualifying rounds because it could pip you through to qualifying for the finals.
I'd like that.
Regardless. So the loss doesn't mean that Katie's out of the league here yet, and no doubt you've learned a lot. So why don't we go to you first, Katie? What went wrong? Were you happy with the list?
So I know the list isn't the strongest Eldar list. Now that was due to a couple of factors. One was at the time of writing the list and when the deadline was, we didn't have some of the most competitive Eldar models. And the reason I took some of the things that I did were because they're the things I have the most practice with the Eldar, because I've not actually played them that much since the 9th edition books come out. So I wanted to take something I was comfortable with. I have some ideas on how to change the list because, spoiler alert, we might have acquired some new units, which, oh yes, a bit more powerful. So we'll have to play around with that. I do think the list struggled in some areas. I think more so because I didn't really know what the list could do, I struggled piloting it because there were points where I was too nervous to use things because I didn't want them to die, so I held them back a bit too much, or I threw them too far forward too soon or into the wrong spots. My positioning was a little bit all over the place, if I'm being honest, but do you know what? I feel like I've learned a lot from this game, and I feel like I can smash face next time.
Well, that's good. So, and you know, despite all of the critiques that you've given yourself there, you were in the lead for 3 or 4 turns.
Yeah.
And then Chef at the end managed to surge, some sort of temporal surge forward. So speaking of that, Chef, what went right for you? Are you happy with your list? Are you happy ultimately with how your list performed?
Yeah.
You were on the ropes there for a little bit.
Yeah, I was. So there was a few things. One, I'm rusty. Dusty, some might say. The 1,000 songs up.
That's 1,000 sunstroke, yeah.
So wrapping my head round the powers and the order of powers, like as I mentioned in the first, I should have done Ahriman first because then it would have freed up Prince Philip to cast something else at someone else that was closer. That's just a range thing and also measuring stuff. I feel like I wasted the flamers a bit because I had them back for so long, but it was about waiting for an opportune moment. I could have kept them up forward, but they would have just died, and I could have put them up forward a bit earlier, but they would have... The time just wasn't right. So, you know, the stars hadn't aligned yet. I'm overall quite happy with the list. The Terminators do what Terminators do. They just stood there in the middle and just went, you're dead. You're dead. We're still here. It's the end of the game.
I did my best.
No, I know, but that's what I mean. Like, I'm putting all these buffs onto them. And as you saw, I had 2 bad turns of psychic powers. Like, stuff just wasn't happening for me in 2 of the 5 turns. For what it's worth, off camera, I mean, I didn't quite max out my Sorcerous prowess. That's an interesting secondary. That is kind of only really relevant and valid against an army with Psyker characters or Psyker units. So my 3rd secondaries is probably where I'm going to start falling apart a bit in the weave of fate. Depends on the matchup, of course. But overall, I'm quite happy with the list. There's definitely some issues that I've noticed with it, but I'm not going to be revealing my secrets just yet.
Fair enough, because you are, after all, still locked to using this list because you are on a win. You are now, of course, allowed to change your list as you've had a loss, so that could be a boon, ultimately. Kakar, indeed. So on that note, we hope that you've enjoyed this, the first of our League episodes. Go check out On Demand over on tabletoptactics.tv, where the 2nd episode will either be out now or dropping very soon. That is Beard versus Stig. It's leagues of Votann versus Admech, and those are, in my humble opinion, the spiciest lists. Although Bards is right up there as well in this season.
There are some hard hitters in this league.
So yeah, there's some top seeds smashing each other immediately. Let's see what happens in that game. Until next time, I've been Lawrence, you've been Chef, you've been Jinx, and you've been Bosses. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Welcome to the Tabletop Tactics League. My name's Lawrence, and before we get... No, we're not. And here on Freeview. Nah, I don't know where I'm going with this. How did I start it last time? Where each of the players I completely forgot which armies you're running. Why is this so difficult for me today? I will be your host. No. Cut. That'll do.